What's up, everyone? Kid Sports Studios here, and welcome to another video. Today, I am going to be doing episode number 5 of Weekly Dose of Sports. So this is exciting. Episode 5. The series has done okay so far. It's been alright. But I was hoping it to be a little better with the podcast, but so far it's been good. So episode number 5, gonna do a little recap in baseball currently. I do not have Heath here with me today. I believe I will have him on the show with us next Sunday, so we'll see about that. But if you enjoy these videos on this channel, make sure to like and subscribe, and also make sure to go check out my gaming channel, Mr. McSnowin Pro Gamer Alert. It is going to be like a montage channel, kind of. So me and my friend are gonna have a lot of fun on that channel. Not Heath; it is a different friend. His name is Colin. So he will be in the majority of those videos. We'll do a lot of those together. So this should be a lot of fun. But hopping in to today's episode, we're going to start out with doing a little bit of an Mlb Recap so far. So far, it has been an interesting season. We have had teams like the Yankees, who started off kind of slow. They've really started to pick up. Best record in baseball right now. They're pitching between Nestor Cortez and Garrett Cole, kind of. Like, those are two good pitchers. They need, I think, more depth in the bullpen. But other than that, like, they are the two main pitchers. Luis Severino has always been good, but I think it's mainly Garrett Cole and Nestor Cortez kind of carrying it for the Yanks in their rotation. On offense and defense, they've been good on offense. Aaron Judge has been alright. Giancarlo's been alright. It's just they've been finding a way to win games, so it's really all you need. It doesn't matter how you win them. If you win them, you win them. I feel like the Orioles have been trying to upset some big teams lately. They've done alright at it. They did pretty good against the Yankees. They've been doing good against the Red Sox. So, Orioles, I think this is going to be their best season in a long time, honestly. The Twins are playing great. Twins are in the lead in the AL Central currently. So, Twins, better watch out for them. The Dodgers, my Dodgers, are playing some sloppy baseball lately. Lost to the Tigers last night, 5-1. 4-1 maybe. But Clayton Kershaw setting the Dodgers all-time strikeout record. That just made me so genuinely happy to see. Clayton Kershaw has been one of my favorite players in the league since I really started to pay attention to baseball a few years back. So made me so happy to see him accomplish such a milestone. So I don't think he will ever reach 3,000 strikeouts, sadly. Because I think he only has one season left in him, and that's this one. So, but at least he could go out on a good note with being the all-time strikeout leader for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Andres Jimenez, my bad, for the Cleveland Guardians. He has been playing pretty good so far. The Guardians are having like some good players. They just haven't found a way to win a ton of games. So Andres Jimenez has been pretty good start to season. Obviously made the nice little spinning throw yesterday to end the game. Steven Kwan has been good so far. Miles Straw has been good in the field. Just his speed is awesome. Jose Ramirez has been great, as he always is. So that Guardians team has a lot of potential. They have a lot of potential on the mound with Emmanuel Clase, Cal Quantrill. I mean, that's a good rotation for the Guardians, and I think they have a lot of potential to develop as a team. Um, On to another team, the Athletics. They're not doing great, just kind of cruising by. Under 500 right now, so not much on them. Kind of booted their roster, so really not much on the Athletics. Let's talk about the Brewers. Christian Yelich is definitely back after a really slow past 2 seasons. But, like, he goes from in 2018, 2019 to being one of the best players in baseball to being, like, he was still a good player. Not great. He was still good at that time. It's just he wasn't what he had done. Like, he underperformed a lot. And same with Cody Bellinger. He's bouncing back this year. He has been on a little slump lately, but he's bouncing back from a rough 2020 and 2021 season. Obviously doing great in 18 and 19. But I think both of those players are back. So let's go to the Mets. The Mets are legit this year. The Mets have, in my opinion, the most stacked pitching core in baseball. Great relievers, great starters. I mean, Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom, if he's going to be healthy. Edwin Diaz is great. Seth Lugo has been pretty good. So, I mean, that Mets pitching it's just been great so far. I mean, obviously, with the no-hitter a couple days ago, over 5 pitchers. So, they're legit this year. I think they have a chance to possibly go to the playoffs. Same with the Marlins. The Marlins have been playing great. Jazz has been great. Do you like Jazz? Because Jazz is on it. John Birdie's been playing all right. Jesus Sanchez called up last year. Got a ball from Jesus Sanchez. So really have been rooting for him in the big leagues. He's an exciting player to watch. But that Marlins team, Jesus Aguilar hasn't been bad. The pitching's great with Sandy. So that Marlins team is really good. And Max Meyer should be coming up soon from the Jumbo Shrimp. So really excited to watch him pitch. But really a good Marlins team this year. On to another team, the Phillies. Phillies have been just so-so. Bryce Harper isn't playing like the MVP he was last year. JT Realmuto has been pretty average for someone who I really want to see get going offensively. He's a great defensive catcher, one of the best in the league. Right next to like Yadier Molina, which is pretty big. But JT's great on defense. Just on offense, he has to get a little more power. But yeah, it's been just a pretty average Phillies team. Rockies, let's go to them. The Rockies have been... How do I describe the Rockies? The Rockies have not been good. The Rockies, I thought they got off to a pretty good start, but over the first 5 games, and then they just played terrible since then. But, the Rockies have not had a good season since 2017. It's been rough going for Rockies fans. But I'll do just 2 more teams or so. Let's think. The Astros. Astros have been sneaking in there a little in the AL West. In a tough AL West. I mean, not really the rest of the teams. But the Angels are real competitors this year with Mike Trout healthy. When he is healthy, and he's never really suffered that bad of an injury like he had last year with his calf, but when he's on the field, you have to be scared of Mike Trout. Mike Trout, when he is on the field, is a menace. So when Mike Trout healthy, Shohei has just been, pretty average start season coming off an AL MVP. Both MVPs from last year have not been great starting the season. So yeah, just an MVP curse possibly going on right now. With Shohei, I mean, when you're doing CPR on your bat, it's never good. And Bryce just not really hitting that ball over the fence like he was last year with almost 40 home runs. But they should pick up one last team that has been performing, and that has been the San Diego Padres. The Padres, even without Fernando Tatis, without Blake Snell, like, this is so far been a good Padres team. Eric Hosmer has been stepping up. Hassan Kim has been stepping up. CJ Abrams has not been great so far. But the outfield hasn't looked bad. Jorge Polanco is looking great. Trent Grisham's been off to kind of a slow start. Will Myers has been off to kind of a slow start. Machado, obviously, if the season were to stop now, he probably would win NL MVP. Machado has been great so far. So that Padres team really good, even with all the injuries that they are fighting with. So that is going to do it with that little review there. The next part is a little draft recap. So that draft was an interesting one. Some real fallers, some guys who I thought would go top 10, like Malik Willis, who fell all the way to the third round to the Tennessee Titans, which I'm so happy about as a Titans fan, that we now have Malik Willis. Tannehill can maybe take him under his wing for a season, really get him used to the NFL. I think Malik Willis will have about 5-6 starts next year, depending on how Tannehill will do. There will be a draft recap video coming out in a couple days, so I'll be working hard on that for you guys. I will have the gaming channel that I'll be working on, but I'll be working hard on a draft recap for you guys. So the mystery relevant trend obviously continues. Brock Purdy goes at the last pick of the draft to the San Francisco 49ers. So I hope he has a great career. There have been some undrafted free agents who have been kind of a surprise. Carson Strong has gone undrafted, so that's kind of surprising. Zaquandre White has gone undrafted. So there have been a couple of guys that I thought was kind of crazy that they ended up going undrafted somehow. But the quarterbacks, just one quarterback in the first round, Kenny Pickett at 20 to the Steelers. Glad they capitalized on that with Big Ben, as old as he is. Of course, the number 1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker. Sauce Gardner went at 4. Love his chain. Hutchinson went down to 2. Stingley, who kind of surprised me at 3 there. I thought he would have fallen a little, probably in mid-first round to the Eagles. Instead, they got Jordan Davis. Jets had a great first round, obviously getting Sauce Gardner. At 10, they got Garrett Wilson, and then later in the round, they got Jermaine Johnson. So really productive draft. Pretty sure they got Trey McBride, or no, they got Isaiah Likely, I think. But yeah, it was a really good draft for the Jets. I really like that draft. Obviously, they got Breece Hall, so that was a really good draft for the Jets. Maybe they can actually do something finally this year. Kobe Dean, of course, fell all the way to the third round with the medical concerns. Malik Willis fell to the third round. Ritter, a lot of guys who were looking like top players fell to the third round. Mac Jones finally is getting some help at receiver. Patriots draft Tyquan Thornton in the second round, and then they traded for another wide receiver who, Deebo Samuel. So Tyquan Thornton and Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel will obviously play wide back, the fake position. And Tyquan Thornton will be a massive speed threat, something that the Patriots didn't have a ton of last year. Kendrick Bourne was fast, but compared to Tyquan Thornton, Thornton is a big upgrade there at speed, and should probably start as a receiver in the slot. But Deebo will be great at he can really split with Damian Harris almost, and he'll be a guy to get plenty of jet sweeps. So, really glad that the Patriots could get Deebo. But yeah, it was an interesting draft. Tons of edge rushers, tons of really talented edge rushers. Carl Lafadas obviously fell late in the first round to the Chiefs. I think that was a really good pick there. A couple safeties at the end. So yeah. That was the draft. It was an interesting one. I really enjoyed it. I ended up missing the first few picks. I had gotten home from baseball practice at like 8, and I Heath had texted me, and he said, "Are you watching the draft?" And I just like completely forgotten. So I ended up getting to it at like pick 11 or so, or nine. But yeah, I really enjoyed it for what I watched. So hope you enjoyed it too. Hope you enjoyed this podcast, episode number 5 of Weekly Dose of Sports. So make sure if you like this, like and subscribe. Check out my gaming channel, Mr. McSnowan Pro Gamer Alert. Search it up. I am going to be trying to do daily uploads on that, or even 2 videos a day. So make sure you check that out. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.